Really?
I'm indifferent on her. I don't really think about her much. It's been such a long gap since she was on.
Yeah.
It's just always interesting. Every once in a while there pops up something about that lawsuit. And will that lawsuit go anywhere? Will it? Nini's, we don't know, right? There was a settlement, but of course, part of when you take money from a company, you're giving up rights to speak. It's not like that comes for free. So
I think Carol's coming back. I mean, look, it's
they
this
need
just
her. They need
this
her.
it's just like Sheena. It's just like what we talked about last. The person you just never, I mean, Luann has gotten so many shows, even Ramona, until she used the bad word. She was in getting
Yeah,
shows.
Ramona would have been great back. Yeah, she would have
But
been.
the only person that fits in with the current cast really is Carol. If she didn't go cuckoo, McSwiney could have if she wasn't so trashy, which she is. McSwine, I mean, Carol fits
What about our girl
in.
Ebony?
Well, it's so funny. When I did my show, the only other person who fits in with the current cast to me is Ebony. Love these people or hate them. Just objectively, I'm sorry, Luann does not fit in with this particular cast. Dorinda does not fit in with this particular cast. Carol would be seamless. I see it. It's the same type of person. Can you imagine the conversation between her and Andy? Now, Andy's like, listen, I'm telling you, have you watched the show? Do me a favor, go home and watch. There is no Luann. There is no Karen. There is no Ramona. This is a whole different Dawn. It's a whole different, these are career women. I mean, it is true. I'm sure Razzie is like, I can't do that again. And he's like, it's a different group of people. I mean, love Luann, love Dorinda on TV. They don't fit in with this particular cast. Now, I'm not saying I don't want these people back. We're not going that direction. It's not happening. Andy has said it. Yeah, I think Ebony fits in great with this group too. They're the only two. I think, unfortunately, there was such vitriol towards season 13 that by default, Ebony has gotten lumped in with that.
Yeah.
they're not going to bring her back.
Keep talking. I just have to go
They
get a.
should. Okay.
I just have to get a granola bar. I'm feeling a little.
Okay. Sarah's pregnant, so let
Hold
her
on.
go get the
I'll be
no,
right back. Hold on.
but that's my thought. It's not whether we love Razzie or we don't. I see it. She is the only person that I can see fitting in. And here is my thing. Maybe in the entertainment business, things just happen. I don't believe that Andy Cohen, when you call him misogynistic and you hate women and the patriarchy and all these other things, that he just reaches out to, embraces Carol Raswell just because he is bored. I don't buy it. I think when Andy did that, he had an ulterior motive, as you should. I'm just saying that, like, I think nothing happens for a reason. I think when Andy reconnected, he had a reason in the back of his mind. Great. And you lay the seeds and you lay the seeds. And then I hear this rumor that it's probably happening. And then she's on, out of all the women, all the housewives, okay, Luann, Ramona, and Jill are over here playing tennis in the Hamptons. Those three are doing what the Miami girls did for 10 years. I think Jill and Ramona and Luann are doing exactly what Marisol and Alexia and Adriana did and Lisa for 10 years. Those four Miami girls, every other day, pictures together, this, that. It worked. I feel Luann, Ramona, and Jill are doing that. They are in since when are these three like best friends? I think it's to get back on TV. But anyway, um,
I could see him bringing back Ramona.
I'm telling you, I think, and then you mean
Let
to
it
tell me,
die.
but you mean to tell me, I hear this rumor that Carol's going
Jax is
back,
back.
and 3 days later, just randomly, out of all the housewives of New York, we're gonna have Carol ring the doorbell. I don't buy it. I believe this is all for a reason. I think she's coming back. I do. Guess what? Sometimes
I
I'm
love it.
wrong. I really think Carol's coming to RHONY.
They need her.
They need her.
They know
Uh,
RHONY can't go on. Even though, I mean, I love Andy. Andy's the king of spin, but
You know who I find so desperate? I mean, listen, guys, I'm trying so hard to be positive.
oh,
I can't help it. I find Jen Fessler to be so fucking desperate. She
yeah, I
now,
can see that.
she's desperate. And we talk about this. I don't know why anybody would start a second podcast. I mean, it's just stupid. If you have one, I mean, for a minute, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And I thought maybe, and then I did that for 2 seconds and I'm like, this is a fucking dog that's going nowhere.
Oh yeah,
And
I always forget you did that project.
by
I
the
always
way,
forget.
everything happens for a reason. So then you
Mhm.
learn, okay, I thought this was a waste. You confirm, okay, it's okay. You know what, Sarah?
Yeah.
It is much more expensive to stay on the wrong train until the last stop. The best thing to do is get off at the next stop and pay a lower fare. Okay, there you go. There's your quote for the day. So,
Maybe.
Gia Giudice, Gia, who has a brand new podcast, not even 6 months old. Now Gia has a second podcast with iHeart. So she still has the first one. I don't know how good it's going if you're already starting a second one. She has a podcast with Jen Fessler. So Gia, who's 22, has her 22-year-old friend or whatever the fuck age she is. And no age shaming, but they're doing a podcast with this 65-year-old Jen Fessler. And it is about rushing sororities and I believe it's called Dirty Rush. This is a new podcast. This is not a joke. This is not in my imagination. Gia, her friend, who seems to be her age, they're doing a podcast with this 65-year-old Jen Fessler. Nothing wrong with being 65, guys. I'm basically 65. Okay, let's be honest. Um, they're doing a podcast called Dirty Rush about the bad stuff of hazing and rushing a sorority and being in a sorority. Does
Does
this?
Jen Fessler like have a lot of experience with this? Like I don't
I
get it.
don't fucking know.
Did Gia
I
go to Gia? I always ask you this. Gia went to college, right?
She went to college. Unfortunately, I heard she did really bad on the LSAT. Now, I don't know if that's true. That is what I heard. And I heard that because she did so bad on the LSAT, that's why she quote unquote decided not to go to law school. Again, girl, uh, go to your second season, and by your third season of Next Gen ish, fourth, you're probably making more than a first year lawyer. I don't know. A first year lawyer at a big firm in New York makes like two something, or maybe it's three something now. I don't know. But I don't know. You think that's weird? I don't know. I think this to me, this reads of desperate, especially from Jen Fessler. What are you doing about Dirty Rush? She's talking about sorority life when in the 1920s when she was in college. I don't know. It's weird to me.
Seems like an odd fit. Mm-hmm.
Am I being too harsh? Am I being too mean? I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean.
Uh, it seems like an odd fit. I'm not gonna lie. It does.
And you teach a podcast course. I teach a podcast course. We hear ideas 24/7. People are pitching to me and Sarah like it is Shark Tank. Is this a good idea? I mean, maybe, again, maybe my picker is off on this one. Maybe this is a
No, because
great
neither one of them are
idea.
rushing or at college. It's weird.
I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Very strange. That's a strange one.
I don't get it. Um, there
That
you
seems
go.
different. Can we talk about Teddi Mellencamp?
Sure. What do you got?
My prayers constantly. Well, kind of a big week for Teddi.
Talk to me.
She did an interview and she's addressing the affair